You ever see four guys surround a woman on a quiet street, thinking she's just another face they can intimidate, only to realize way too late that she's the last person they should have messed with? Yeah, that happened. Late afternoon, in one of those neighborhoods where silence is currency, where every lawn is trimmed to regulation length and the mailboxes match like they came out of a catalog. Asha Walker was finishing her usual loop. Same hoodie, same tactical pants, same two German shepherds flanking her like shadows. She didn't talk much. She didn't need to. Her presence said everything. Nobody knew Asha had spent 16 years as a Marine K-9 handler, trained for desert combat, high-risk extraction, and missions no one would admit happened. She moved like memory, measured, exact, silent. Valor and Titan, her dogs, moved with her. They didn't bark, didn't pull, didn't need to. They just knew. That afternoon, the air felt wrong, like the calm before a sandstorm. The streets were quiet, too quiet, and the kind of hush that didn't feel like peace, more like something waiting. That's when she saw them. Four men, white, mid-30s, dressed like they just stepped out of a dive bar trying too hard to be a biker club. They weren't from the neighborhood. That much was obvious. They had a woman cornered, young, black, clearly shaken. She stood next to her car, keys still dangling from her fingers, back pressed to the door like she was trying to disappear into the metal. "You lost, sweetheart?" one of them jeered. "She's probably casing the place," another laughed. "They like to test the nice neighborhoods first." Asha didn't speak. She didn't rush. She just tapped her thigh twice, the signal. Titan's ears perked. Valor lowered his stance, and Asha stepped off the curb like death in a hoodie. "You need to move," one of them said as she approached, trying to sound tough, like he was in control. But he wasn't. Asha's voice, when it came, was low. "You've got 3 seconds." They laughed, thought she was bluffing. Then one of them reached. He never got the chance. In one fluid move, Asha twisted his wrist, dropped him to the pavement, and pinned him with a forearm across the throat. No yelling, no drama, just clean, practiced pain. The others froze, but they weren't smart enough to stay that way. The biggest one, baton in hand, stepped forward, trying to play hero. Bad idea. Valor moved first, silent, deadly. He circled behind the guy before he even raised the weapon. Asha stepped between two cars, narrowing the space, forcing them to come one at a time. Titan stayed close, watching, waiting. Another man lunged. Asha dodged left, redirected his momentum, and sent him face first into the asphalt. His nose cracked. The one with the knife hesitated now, his smirk gone, hands trembling. "You really want to find out what I'm trained for?" she whispered. That's when the sirens came, red and blue lights spinning like judgment. You'd think they were there for the right reason. They weren't. Tasha, the woman Asha saved, tried to explain. Her voice was shaking. "She saved me," she whispered to the first officer on scene. Didn't matter. Asha was arrested on the spot. Her dogs? Hauled off to animal control like they were strays, not war heroes. In the cruiser, she didn't flinch. She just watched through the rear window as Titan looked back one last time, silent, confused. Valor didn't look at all. He never did. His loyalty was forward-facing. Now here's where things take a turn. Officer Ron Booker was on desk duty that night. Just another evening shift until the report from that cul-de-sac hit his screen. Something didn't sit right. The footage from the dash cam was redacted, cut short. The official narrative? A hostile civilian with aggressive animals. But Booker had questions, like why the final 2 minutes of the tape, right after Asha subdued the attacker, was missing. Why there were internal notes tagging Asha as a probable threat, but no background check revealing she was a decorated veteran. Why the dog records were flagged for destruction pending review. He started asking around. Deputy Mays, the arresting officer, didn't like that. "You poking around, Ron?" He smirked one night by the lockers. "Looking for something you don't want to find?" Ron didn't answer. He just pulled a file from his duffel and walked out. Inside that file was an audio recording. Brewer's voice, one of the attackers, clear as day. "We staged it. Said it was a gang thing. Told Mays to lock her up before she got loud." That file ended up in the hands of Internal Affairs. Not with Ron's name on it, but it didn't need one. Meanwhile, Asha was out, quietly released. Charges dropped, no apology. Her record, wiped. But something had shifted. That night, in a cabin deep past the tree line, somewhere the GPS never reached. Asha prepared, not for revenge, for clarity. See, the gang wasn't just random punks. Brewer, ex-private contractor, dishonorably discharged, ties to militia groups. No convictions, but enough sealed records to make anyone nervous. Asha knew she wasn't just dealing with thugs, she was facing a network, and networks had roots. So she went in, Valor to the side entrance, Titan to the back. Asha took the front. The first man never saw her. Titan dropped him before he could even grab his gun. The second tried to run, didn't get far. Asha intercepted him with a baton strike to the ribs that dropped him like a folding chair. One by one, the rest fell. Some with bruises, some with broken pride. She didn't kill. That wasn't her mission. But she made sure they'd never forget. Brewer was last. She dragged him into the clearing, face streaked with mud, wrists zip-tied, mouth gagged. She didn't speak, didn't need to. But the next day, everyone heard his voice. At the courthouse during Ames's testimony, it played loud and clear. I told Mays to frame her. The courtroom went dead silent. Deputy Mays, sitting at the defense table, waiting for someone to save him. No one did. The charges against Asha? Dropped. Mays? Gone. The town? Different. People started asking questions about justice, about silence, about who gets protected and who gets punished. Ron Booker got promoted. Lead community liaison, civilian oversight on speed dial. Tasha? She found her voice, started speaking at city halls, churches, anywhere people would listen. And Asha? She didn't stay. But sometimes, just sometimes, people said they saw her walking her loop again. Same hoodie, same dogs, same silence. Only now the silence didn't feel threatening. It felt earned. And maybe, just maybe, a little dangerous. Now let me ask you something. Was what Asha did justice, or was it vengeance? Did the system fail her, or did it prove her right? Tell me what you think down below. Was the silence worth breaking? And don't forget, subscribe if stories like this make you feel something. We've got more coming. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's next.